the outdoors, so make your way into Rexall Place or just into the cozy confines of your living room to watch Columbus take on Edmonton this evening. Now time to play Safeway's $1 million score and win if any Oilers player scores 5 goals in tonight's game. Risha Milo of Edmonton could win $1 million. Shop and swipe at Safeway. You could be our next lucky winner right here on Sportsnet. By the way, I'm Gene Principe, and they must have figured out that we're not that good looking on camera. You've yet to see me, and you're not going to see these two guys yet, but you will hear them. Let's go upstairs and join Louis Dabrowski.
Ratings are going to go through the roof, Starting goaltenders brought to you as always by Tim Hortons. Premium blend coffee, always 20 minutes fresh. Devin Dubnyk makes his 9th start of the year and 3rd here at Rexall. His first 2 were back in October. And at the other end, well, while Dubnyk makes his 9th start, 32-year-old Curtis Sanford gets his 9th start in a row. Last night in Calgary, gave up 3 goals on 35 shots for win number 4 of the season. Columbus beating Calgary by the score of 4-3 in a shootout, just their 2nd road win of the year. And this is the first of 4 meetings between these 2 teams. The Oilers were involved in a shootout as well of their own. On Wednesday, they lost 3-2 to the visiting Minnesota Wild. Alashevsky, Sam Gagner, and John Horkoff will start this hockey game along with Vladislav Speed and Tom Gilbert. Antoine Vermette with Rick Nash and Christian Uselius, who's playing his first game of the season. Uselius tore a pectoral muscle in the offseason lifting weights and gets back into the lineup for the first time this season. And I'll call right away, and it's going to be a hooking measure. Well, let's take a look at the keys to the game, Lou, brought to you by Ford. Drive one.
Well, for the Columbus Blue Jackets tonight, Kevin, it'll be a quick reload. That means in the offensive zone, the puck turns over. Quickly establish that defensive zone coverage on the back end. It's why they've been better in the last 10 games, winning 5 of them, because they've had that good defensive zone coverage. If the Edmonton Oilers push the issue, this is a tired team, 2nd game in 2 nights. A team that struggled this year. They did it Wednesday night versus Minnesota, but they let off the gas a little bit, and they came back and won it tonight, full 60 minutes.
And an opportunity right now as Rick Nash is in the penalty box, 13 seconds in for hooking. The best power play at home goes to work and scores. Jordan Eberle. His 10th goal of the season. His 3rd on the power play. It's 1-0.
That's what you call starting strong for the Edmonton Oilers. A quick penalty by Rick Nash. The power play set up shop in the offensive zone. Great face-off win. Little give and go here with Gilbert, Nugent Hopkins, and the needle pads right through to Jordan Eberle. He's not going to miss from there. Shelves it over Sanford, 1-0. And you talk about the hottest power play in the National Hockey League on home ice. Continues that trend with an early power play goal.
Their 15th power play goal here on home ice. And Jordan Eberle in the double digits. He's got 10. He had a power play goal and an assist against Minnesota. He adds to his total here, as do Tom Gilbert and Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Just 21 seconds in. And we've got some pushing and shoving, and we kind of expected this with Derek Dorsett in the lineup. Dorsett has fought 8 times this season. That is 2nd most in the league.
Yeah, he's a scrappy customer, and everybody remembers last year the fight he had with Taylor Hall, Kevin. So this is the first meeting between these 2 teams since that happened. Taylor Hall missed the final 17 games with that injury that he suffered. And if we go back, it was one of those shifts. Taylor Hall was having a great night, had 2 goals on the game already. Takes a little roughing, says, I've had enough, and goes after Derek Dorsett. And it doesn't matter. When you fight the top player on the team, you're going to obviously have people in your grill the next time you play. And Taylor Hall suffered a pretty severe injury that kept him out the remainder of the year into the offseason rehabbing. So Derek Dorsett can expect a little extra attention tonight from the Edmonton Oilers.
And, of course, Taylor Hall on the ice this morning, rehabbing that sore shoulder. 2 to 4 weeks, the prognosis. The Oilers continue to keep the pressure on, and it's Eberle with a shot from the point. Ryan Smith right there, and then Ryan Smith gets knocked down by big Mark Mathot. Mathot checks in at 6'3", 227 pounds.
I like the fact that Ryan Smith is in that crease area, and that's something that Tom Ruddy preached this morning, going to that blue paint, staying in that zone. So if you're getting knocked down in front of the goaltender, you're in the right spot. Great job by Mathot, though, to clear that zone. When you have a dangerous guy like Ryan Smith in front, you want to get him out there as quickly as possible, and I think that did the job effectively.
From the faceoff, won by Sean Horkoff, and now that puck ends up going into the bench. Well, on behalf of the Safeway Score and Win contest and Kraft Salad Dressings, Marie Kachuk of Edmonton has won the Alliance Films DVD prize pack. Congratulations to her on the power play goal by Jordan Everly just 21 seconds into the contest. Penalty killing for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Worst in the league on the road. So first versus worst, it was no contest. Sean Horkoff with it now. Horkoff right up the middle to Ales Hemsky. Ales Hemsky between the legs, behind his back, behind the net. Hemsky looks for Gagne. Hemsky loves playing the Columbus Blue Jackets. Ales Hemsky has 33 points in 25 career games against Columbus. And he has the puck right now. Hemsky cuts to the middle, surrounded by white shirts. Stripped to the puck there by Huselius. Louis Huselius loves playing the Oilers.
Yeah, it's incredible. Both those guys have terrific records against the opposing team. Huselius' scoring center was probably the Calgary matchup. Being in Calgary for a few years and playing the Oilers quite often in that rivalry. But he's happy to be back in the lineup after that back-shoulder injury. Big training in the off-season tore it. And he said it wasn't bench pressing 300 pounds either. It was just, a routine workout that just went bad on him. And he missed a lot of time.
Starting lineups are brought to you by Boston Pizza, your hockey headquarters destination. He's back in the lineup, but Jeff Carter is not to the point. Kept in there by Aaron Johnson, who finds himself in the lineup. Johnson was not dressed for the last 7 games. Frank Blitzen will go back and touch this puck, and it's going to be icing.
Well, you mentioned the success that Ales Hemsky's had against the Columbus Blue Jackets, and it just seems to be that way, that certain players play well against opposition that they just seem to feel comfortable with. Great dangle between the legs to the backhand, just loses it at the last second. But when Ales Hemsky has rushes like this early in a game, you know he's feeling it, and he's going to have one of those types of games, and you have to be aware of him. Very deadly one-on-one player, and when he attacks with speed, he can make something happen.
Lionel Larry on the ice, his second game since being called up. Magnus Piarvi playing with Leonard Petrell. Here's Petrell given a bump by Derek Brassard, who's back in the lineup, and the source of controversy, at least because of his agent. R.J. Umberg and Derek Dorsett join him out there as Piarvi's got the puck and he's away. Magnus Piarvi, he'll backhand it in, and then he's going to peel off and head to the bench. And a little pushing and shoving in front of the bench of the Columbus Blue Jackets, Darcy Hordichuk and Derek Dorsett. Keep an eye on that. The puck throws it towards the net. Who's up to save? Ryan Johansson, quick shot there. Martin Latescu, another newcomer to the Columbus Blue Jackets. Opportunities in front, then it's Devin Dubnyk as Johnson lets the shot go, and then Belanger gives him a shove to clear him away.
Temper's getting up a little high here as in front of the Columbus Blue Jackets bench. Obviously, Darcy Hordichuk trying to make an impact here with Dorsett saying, hey, I'm here this year. We know what you did last year. We're going to make it a tough night all night. Derek Dorsett's not going to back down. He's one of those guys that will yip and yap and stay in the game. Always an active fighter each and every season. He's been in the National Hockey League, but he knows that he's going to have number 16, Darcy Hordichuk, looking out for him for the entire game tonight.
Only the New York Rangers have fought more than the Columbus Blue Jackets this season. Horkoff wins that draw. The puck scrambles free on sharp angle shot. Blocked by Ladislav Schmid, second in the league in blocks. Up the middle for Gagne. Gagne trying to get by. Nikita gets spilled. And Gagne just getting up now. Remember Sam Gagne had that high ankle sprain. There's a shot. Steered aside by Curtis Stanford off the stick of Sean Horkoff. Schmid pinching in. Gagne in the corner. Better keep it off the rim as it comes to Horkoff. Now they'll get it to Hemsky. Now there's Hemsky back to the point. Horkoff ship goes chest wide. Huselius against Gagne. Gagne wins that battle, gets knocked down, but the Oilers keep the puck in. Now Columbus will try and get it out. It's Huselius. Bouncing puck to center. Tukin winds and fires a shot. Blocked by Sutton. Gets it back and get it backhand this time. And that is covered up by Devin Dubnyk with Antoine Vermette right there. Tonight's net cams are brought to you by LASIK MD, providing you with a 20/20 view of all the action. And right now, the action sees the Oilers being outshot 5-4, but leading 1-0. Columbus out shooting an opponent is really nothing new.
Yeah, that's one thing they do very well. 17 times this year, they've had 30 or more shots on net, Kevin. So they're a team that does get a lot of pucks to the net. They have big bodies that crash and aggressively will go to those areas. So they're not going to change from that system. And we've seen it early on here already. A lot of wide-angle shots, bodies getting to the net, looking to rebound. Devin Dubnik's had to come up with a couple of quick saves in that tight area.
They had 48 shots against Vancouver on Tuesday and then lost to the Canucks. That's a franchise record.
It's not too often you get 48 and lose the game. That's exactly what happened. And it's an incredible stat when you look at it. That's a lot of rubber getting thrown towards the goalie. A big win for Vancouver in that one. But for the Columbus Blue Jackets, sticking with the program, getting pucks to the net, trying to get themselves out of the hole they dug for themselves early in the season with only 2 wins in their first 15 games.
Ryan Smith from the corner. Works it back to the point. Jeff Petrie's shot goes wide. Clear shot to keep it in. Everett throws it behind the net line. Smith trying to fight his way through against Mafat. He comes together with Mafat. The puck is still alive. It comes to Emily. Back to the point. Petrie quickly over to Whitney. Whitney has an angle. Lets the shot go. And that one goes wide. Gets deflected up into the netting.
Nice patience there from Ryan Whitney to really kind of load up and make sure that puck gets down through. Ryan Smith is in front. But again, good puck possession in the offensive zone, movement around the zone. And for Ryan Whitney, he has time. He's looking for a pass. It's not there. Off the shoot. And I think it went off the skate of Ryan Smith and up over top of the glass. Or maybe the defender that was in front. But that's the patience with the puck from the blue line to ensure that it gets down into the danger zone.
Whitney played 19 minutes and 40 seconds against Minnesota. He works himself back into the line. Leonard Petrell behind the net for Darcy Hordichuk. Hordichuk works his way out, lets a shot go from a sharp angle. Sanford the save. And the puck is sent down the ice where Theo Peckham will pick it up. Peckham lays it off the boards, looking for O'Mara. By him, O'Mara, Hordichuk, and Petrell, the fourth line up there now. Derek McKenzie off his skate. O'Mara shoots it right back in. This is the third of 4 on the road for Columbus. They'll be in Montreal on Tuesday. The Oilers are going to entertain Calgary tomorrow night. And then Carolina will be here on Wednesday, all part of this 6-game homestand. This is Game 3 for Edmonton. Outlet pass by Aaron Johnson. Too far. The race is on. Gilbert will get there first and get the icing call ahead of Derek Brassard.
When you look at the success that the Columbus Blue Jackets have had in the last 10 games, and especially the last 8 that Curtis Stanford has started for the Blue Jackets. Steve Mason didn't really get off to a great start this year. Stanford steps in. A great free agent signing in this offseason by Columbus, and 1.82 is a pretty low number for him, and the reason why they've won 5.
McKenzie can't get the shot away. Curtis Stanford did not start a game in the month of October. But he's the go-to guy right now. 9th straight start. Whitney, outlet pass for Jones. He will sweep it in. Stanford's going to stop it himself. Clear along the boards, but PRV intercepts. Magnus PRV from the corner. Lays it back to the point. Whitney, Petrie, for PRV in the middle. He's checked by Nikitin. Magnus PRV. We'll give it to Jones. Trying to get it back to him. He's covered by Dorsett. Kept in, though. Here's Petrie. Throws it towards the net, deflected off Dorsett's stick and up into the netting. The Oilers strike first, just 21 seconds in. Tell us, Oilers hockey.
He had a great October and November, and he started off December with an assist, and as a result, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins continues to move up when it comes to the NHL scoring race, but he said he didn't realize how high he was among the top scorers in the National Hockey League because he's often busy playing his Xbox 360, and it's kind of neat when you can play NHL 2011 and 12 and be himself, but there are also other games he likes to play, as being an Oiler for RNH is like his own personal Call of Duty.
Evgeny Malkin, 2006, the last guy to be named Rookie of the Month the first 2 months of the season, so pretty heady company. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins as Christian Huselius moves in. Christian Huselius looks for Vermaelen off his skate. Kept in by Huselius. Now he'll give it away to Sam Gagner, and Gagner starts down the left side. Gagner, drop pass for Horkoff. Horkoff checked by Huselius. Wisniewski bounces it out in front, and there's Vermette to try and corral that puck. Now he has it, and he's got Nash with him along with Huselius. Christian Huselius stopped neatly there by Jeff Petrie. Horkoff Off the skate is shot in by Hemsky at the end of the shift. 12:35 to go here in the first period. Shots even at 5 apiece. The Oilers have a power play goal. They lead 1-0. Right behind the net, and he's caught, and he was looking for Johnson. Shot right in front, covered up by Devin Dubnyk. As Fedor-Tutin let it go, Johnson was looking for any rebound.
There's 3 really good chances for Columbus. 2 on the transitional attack here. Ladislav Sneed with a quick pinch and no support coming through by the forwards creates a 2-on-1. And a great job by Tom Gilbert just to stay in that zone, make it a tough pass across. Here's the great chance out front first, and the second opportunity by Tutin that gets through. Devin Dubnyk has to find that one through traffic and make a save. So a little pushback here by the Columbus Blue Jackets, down 1-0.
The test tube. Johansson in the corner. Johansson with Frostbull and the test tube. Frostbull leads this team with assists and points. He's got 20 points on the season. Johansson lays it back to the point. Nikitin fires a shot, and that got deflected off Ryan Johansson and went wide. Nikitin back into his own zone. Will give it to Fedor-Tutin. Lays it along the boards, and it's picked up there by Frostbull. Frostbull moves in for Johansson. Johansson throws it towards the net. Now Dubnyk makes the save. It's picked up there by Nugent Hopkins. He'll give it to Eberle. Eberle, the pass back to Nugent Hopkins. Away with Ryan Smith. Nugent Hopkins still has it. Ryan Nugent Hopkins lets a shot go. Sandberg steers that aside. Eberle dumps it in the corner for Ryan Smith. He is covered by Derek Dorson. Knocked the stick right out of his hands. Brassard. R.J. Umberger gets by Jones. Centering pass, and Dorson could not pull the trigger. Instead, that puck went right up into the netting.
Oh, yeah! Let's go! Let's do this!
Get your game on with Sports Select.
Well, it's becoming a popular part of our hockey package, and that's Friday night hockey. Portland versus Vancouver next Friday on Sportsnet 1 West and Pacific, and beginning at 8 p.m. Mountain Time.
Face off outside the Oilers blue line as Eric Belanger will line up against Derek Brassard. Belanger was 11-6 in the game against Minnesota in the face-off circle. 12th in the league in face-off as Dubnyk gets it to Whitney. Ryan Whitney. Outlet for Jones. We've got Belanger going through the middle along with Thiarvi. Push it. Lays it off the boards. Dropped out by Dorset. Brought back by Belanger to Thiarvi. Long shot. Sanford the save. Clifton lays along the near side. Dorset to an open wing. And Jeff Petrie's going to pick it up. Petrie sees Columbus making a change. Right up the middle for Belanger. He'll tip it in and head off. Shots even at 7 apiece. O'Mara gets to it first. Takes a big hit there from Jared Bolt. And Olsen does some hitting of his own as he runs in the Theo Peckham. Wisniewski to the middle for McKenzie's shot, and that doesn't make it through as Andy Sutton blocked that away. Buffett will give it to Wisniewski. Wisniewski, long cross-ice pass to Derek McKenzie, tries to fire it in. Sutton prevented that. Latrell will get backhanded and get it out down the ice. McKenzie to Wisniewski. James Wisniewski suspended for the first 8 games of the season for his preseason hit on Cal Clutterbuck. Against Nash. Nash fends him off back to the point. Fedor-Tutin steps into a slap shot. That doesn't make it through. Andy Sutton's going to have to check his stick. He's blocked 2 shots with a blade.
It's a tough stick.
It's Hickory. Now to the middle. To Salius. Drop pass, and there is Sutton again to clear it away. Hemsky throws it away. Nikitin sticks into a shot. He can fire the puck. Another shot from Vermette, stopped by Devin Dubnyk. Hemsky will give it to Horcoff. Horcoff chips it in the corner. Gagne going after it against Fedor-Tutin. Ties him up. Hemsky going after the loose puck. It does come free. Horcoff is there. Trying to get it to Hemsky. Cut off by Fedor-Tutin. Tutin can't get it out. Gagne able to keep it in at the blue line. Lays it behind the net. That line wants to change. Nikita Nikitin has time. And the Columbus Blue Jackets will change as well their forward line. Nikitin to Vinny Frostbull tries to squeeze his way through. Now it comes free, and there's the shot. by Letestu, stopped by Devin Dubnyk. Devin Dubnyk hasn't started at home until it's October, but you can't tell.
The Oilers have once again teamed up with the Rexall family of pharmacies to create the 2011-12 This is Oil Country Team Calendar. On sale for $5.99 at all Rexall family of pharmacy locations across Oil Country, with proceeds benefiting local charitable organizations through the Rexall Foundation, the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation, and the NHLPA Goals and Dreams Fund.
Jordan Eberle on the ice right now, along with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Ryan Smith. This possible delivers down low, and a shot stopped by Devin Dubnyk. Off the stick of Ryan Johansson.
Some real quality chances here for Columbus, and Ryan Johansson, drafted 4th overall in the 2010 draft for Columbus, finally picks it up here on the half wall. Quick release. It doesn't get it through Devin Dubnyk. A good face-off play by Columbus there. They put the pressure on here. The forecheck has been aggressive. And they've had a couple outnumbered rushes here in the last 3-4 minutes of play.
Patriot will give it to Whitney. Johansson putting more pressure on as it comes to Jordan Eberle. Eberle had both game-winning goals as the Oilers swept Columbus here at Rexall last year. Center Tootin jumps on that loose puck. Letestu behind the net. Boswell out there as well. Dorsett all three Columbus forwards behind the red line as Eberle tries to get it out. Can't do it. Center Tootin. Now Petrie intercepts that pass, but it comes to Dorsett. Behind the net. Nugent-Hopkins plays it around the boards. This line wants to get out. Nugent-Hopkins will lead the charge. He'll flip it in and then head off. And if you're Columbus, that's the way to contain that hot line.
Well, you know you're getting a lot of pressure on the opposition when every time they cross the red line, they dump it and change. They're spending a lot of time, Edmonton is right now in the defensive zone. It's been a pretty aggressive forecheck. All three bodies for Columbus have been down low, battling for pucks, a little more urgency than Edmonton to win those battles. And for Edmonton right now, yeah, they have to establish that forecheck themselves, get pucks deep, and start making Columbus play in the defensive zone themselves.
Well, fires it in. Harvey gets there first. He gets knocked down, and the puck comes free. Jared Boll gets it by Jones. The pass intended for Lumberger. He is checked. Yarby brings it right back in. Tough sledding right now. Santos plays it for Grant Clitson. Clitson off the boards for Jared Boll. Gets by him. Belonte able to keep it in. And that line wants to change up. Third line is off, and the second line is going there now. Hemsky, Gagne, and Horkoff. Bouncing puck and lose Devin Dubnyk. Nash looks for Vermette. He lost his stick. Now it comes to Huselius. Lets his shot go. It's blocked by Tom Gilbert. Hemsky down the right side. Alex Hemsky. Cross-ice pass for Horkoff, but coming back hard was Antoine Vermette. Vermette with the puck now. Gets by Hemsky. Dishes off to Nash. Nash cross-ice pass. Stopped by Horkoff. Another chance. Dribbles through. And there is Hemsky to take it away from Christian Huselius. Hemsky feeds Horkoff. Now Hemsky coming in against the puck. Circles the net. Alex Hemsky still has it. Drop pass for Horkoff, and it's tipped away by Huselius. And down the ice, that will allow Columbus to make a change. Gagne is going to tip it in, then he's going to head off with just over 6 minutes to go here in the first period. The Jackets with 12 shots, the Oilers with 7. As that puck goes off the stick of Nikita Nikitin into the souvenir area.
Good point, Kevin, for the Edmonton Oilers, the third game of a season-high 6-game homestand for them here at Rexall Place. A building they've had great success in this year. But right now, getting outshot 12-7. As you mentioned, pucks aren't getting to the net. Early in the game, they were getting pucks to the net. They were recovering that puck and creating a second opportunity. Right now, it's kind of an in-and-out game for Edmonton. As Columbus, give them credit, have been denying them of that entry and getting pucks deep themselves.
Hornacek and Dorsett are on the ice. Maybe we'll see something there. But right now, we're seeing again the Columbus Blue Jackets putting on pressure as Dorsett tries to throw a hit against Peckham. He got knocked down for his trouble. They're keeping it in the Oiler end. Derek Dorsett against Andy Sutton. Dorsett gets squeezed off the puck, and there's an opportunity to get it out, but that squeezing included a hold. And Andy Sutton is headed to the penalty box. When we come back, the penalty killers for the Oilers go to
Well, time for the TELUS fan text trivia, and we want you to vote for Ryan Smith, Taylor Hall, or Jordan Eberle by building your own ultimate World Junior starting six. To enter, text the letters WJ to 333777. You could win tickets to the 2012 World Junior Championship.
Big Andy Sutton's going to head to the box. 2 minutes here for the first power play for Columbus on the hold on Derek Dorsett as he wraps around, doesn't allow him to go up the board. So the 24th place power play unit will go to work here. A lot of pressure being put on by Columbus at a crucial time here for Edmonton. And kind of reeling here in the last 10 minutes.
Ninth best penalty killers in the league go to work. Christian Uselius is on the point of a power play along with Nikitin, and there is Jones. Puck down. Ryan Jones will get to it first. Jones has one shorthanded goal already this season. Tried to tie things up behind the net, but Uselius comes away with it. Columbus 0 for 4 in the game against Calgary last night. They've got just one power play goal in their last 5 games. And now Ryan Smith will get to the puck first. Smith along with Horcoff. Smith behind the net. It stays there. Now he'll play it out in front, trying to bank it home. Or get a pass to Sean Horcoff. Umberger will bring it back in, but he's by himself as Columbus makes changes. Neil Packard takes the puck away from him, gets it to Horcoff, gets it to Smith. Smith gets tied up. Umberger behind the net. Johansson parks himself in front. Wisniewski will play it to Rick Nash, who's back on the point with James Wisniewski. Umberger's in front. Uselius, Umberger shots, and that gets deflected up into the netting.
Real quick chance out in front there for Umberger, who hasn't been able to find the back of the net as often as he would like this year. He's a 4-time 20-goal scorer, and he's had 23 or more in the last 3 years. So for him, a big body, big presence, gets himself in position. Terrific little pass out to him just to flex off the stick of field. Peckham up over top of the glass.
Jones behind the net. Lost it to Quaspel. But there is Schmid to send it down the ice. Just 35 seconds left to go on the penalty to Andy Sutton. And just over 4 minutes to go in this first period. Derek Brassard. Just 4 points on the season for him as he fires that puck in. Wisniewski in deep. Will play it behind the net looking for Letestu, couldn't get it. Back up top it goes. Here's Brassard faking the shot. Now he'll step into a shot, and that is blocked by Jones. But in behind the play, James Wisniewski is down and injured.
And I didn't see it, Kevin. It was behind the play, and he's down for a while here. It's obviously something with his face, and he is cut. So I don't know if he took a stick or what happened back there. We'll take a look at it here as Wisniewski is pinched down here as he's going to the front of the net. It looked like an elbow by Ryan Jones. Kind of got it up there. No, sorry, stick. Okay, we'll get it right eventually here, but it was the stick to Ryan Jones that clips him. No call on the play so far, so obviously under the radar of the referees.
James Wisniewski with a goal and 10 assists. He had an assist against Calgary, played almost 28 minutes in that game in Calgary. But missed the first 8 of the season with that suspension, so he should be fresh. And he's not happy right now.
I guess not. Almost looked like he had lost a tooth there. It looked like when he smiled, but definitely cut on the upper lip. He's wondering why there wasn't a call, but sometimes those ones get missed. And that one there did, so he had to pay the ultimate price of not drawing the penalty.
O'Mara does a good job to win that faceoff and gets it back to Whitney. He'll send it down the ice, and that will do it for the penalty to Andy Sutton. Sutton out of the penalty box with the puck right now, and that was gloved ahead, so we've got a whistle.
Well, good penalty kill for Edmonton, especially with the pressure that Columbus has been putting on, and the penalty kill for Edmonton has been solid this year. Devin Dubnyk had to come up with one good save in front from Umberger, but for the most part, it was kept to the perimeter and back 5-on-5 where the Oilers want to be. But your goaltender has to be your best penalty killer, and Dubnyk's been solid so far tonight. 12 shots he's faced already in this first period with 3:26 to go in, and so he's been a busy guy.
Again, O'Mara out there to take this face-off against Sammy Paulson. And he'll get tossed out of the circle, and Petrell will step in. The fourth line out there now, and from that face-off, a scramble, and it's under Petrell. He's trying to get it to Sutton. And it does eventually work its way to O'Mara. He gets knocked down. Hey, it wasn't pretty, Louis. They got the puck out.
Those are the battles you got to win.
Petrell in the corner again also. Keaton in there as well. Hornacek comes in support. Keaton comes up with the puck. Keaton avoids the big hit from Petrell.
There we go. Got Jared Boll's going to fight Hornacek here.
Right in front of the Columbus bench. Jared Boll and Darcy Hornacek. Hornacek got the left hand going against Boll. Now the right hand knocks him down. Darcy Hornacek, TKO. And he has got words for the Columbus bench. He is pumped.
Jared Boll and Darcy Hornacek have a history. They fought 4 times before in the National Hockey League. They're no strangers to one another. Hornacek still having words with the Columbus bench, trying to get his bench fired up. And some emotion. Jared Boll's not going to back down from anyone. They came together. They had a couple little exchange of words, and the gloves came off. So right here, you want to get things going? Yeah, let's do it. And they drop him, and both guys throwing some punches. Hornacek at the end of this one will get the overpowering one to take down. A good left. And right here will come off with a good right hand that kind of knocks Boll down with the power of it.
And he got a little unsportsmanlike. Now in the NFL, Louis, that may be called excessive celebration.
Just a little bit, you know. I mean, obviously for Darcy Hornacek, he knows what went on here last year with Dorsett and Taylor Hall. He wanted to send the message early on. He talked to Dorsett. He didn't want to fight him. He goes out and finds Jared Boll, who steps up and fights him in this position. And then afterwards, maybe a little bit too much celebration, but it's pretty hard to deny the emotion that Hornacek is showing right now. He wants to get his guys fired up.
He fought Brad Staubitz in the last game. And here he takes down Jared Boll, who fights for the 5th time this year. And he gets an extra 2 minutes as Nash lets the shot go up. Flutter ball. And Devin Dubnyk makes the save on. And this is one of those kills the Oilers, you really want to come through.
Yeah, no question. When you have a guy that goes to war for you like that, a good deflection in front off that face-off. And that's twice now we've seen Columbus have that play, a good face-off win leads to a good chance for Devin Dubnyk. I don't think he saw that one to the last second. But yes, Kevin, when you have a guy go to bat and stick up for battles, you want to go out there and kill that 2 minutes off. I mean, when I was in the box, I was hoping they would anyway.
Gilbert, Schmid, Belanger, and Jones. Giving that pass. Vermette in the corner, right out in front for Huselius. Hopped over his stick. Keaton keeps it in at the point. Huselius has it again. He's got Umberger in front along with Nash as it comes to Vermette. Keaton right back to Vermette. Cross ice Huselius. Huselius spins under pressure from Belanger. He'll play it to Keaton. Keaton fakes the shot. Vermette had that trigger ready for the one-timer. Didn't take it. Slap pass for Nash. He'll play it back to the point, but Vermette was not ready for it. And Columbus chased back into their own zone. That will allow the Oilers to get fresh penalty killers out there, and they do with Ryan Smith, John Horkoff, along with Theo Peckham and Jeff Petrie. Johansson brings it in, throws it around the boards. Waiting for it there is Vinny Prospal. Prospal back to Wisniewski at the point. Hammers a shot. Big save by Devin Dubnyk. Top of the crease, cleared down the ice by Smith.
That was a real good shot from Wisniewski. A quick, hard pass diagonally out to the blue line. Didn't waste any time getting it through, and Dubnyk with a big save.
Johansson out of his reach. Horkoff over to Smith. And O'Mara trying to get over the boards, get back.
And I think he got busted there.
Yep.
And although he wasn't all the way on the ice, I think that there might be a penalty coming up here to Edmonton as the door is open. As he jumps down, jumps up. Too many men on the ice, we'll see.
And we'll see who serves that penalty with a minute 32 to go in the period. And it's going to be Sam Gagner.
Going to head over. And that's just one of those confusions. I don't think that for O'Mara, maybe at the last second, didn't see where the puck was. He jumped over the board. That must have been hot ice if he jumped right back but not quick enough.
Well, you talked about a big penalty kill, Louis. Now 32 seconds, 5 on 3. Moves in, Nash. Cross-ice pass looking for Huselius. And again, off the blade of his stick. Number 20. Snaps that shot. Devin Dubnyk the save, and he will cover up as Umberger was looking for the loose change.
Ready to sell? RE/MAX agents have the experience to get the job done in today's market. Visit remax.ca today.
Real good play here by Columbus. Good setup as everyone settles down. Rick Nash can really zing it from that area. And a great job by Dubnyk to hug that post, get across, and make that save, follow the rebound up with the glove hand as he had traffic in front.
Wisniewski. Well, give it to Nash. Nash takes a look. Cross ice. There's a shot by Letestu, and he scores. Mark Letestu, in his 12th game in a Columbus uniform, has tied this game at 1.
So difficult. You have to respect the shot of Rick Nash when he's on the half wall there, especially on a 5-on-3. He massages it for a couple seconds, and you always have to be aware that he could just zing this one to the net any time as he gets it. He's looking, but at any time, yes, he can fire. So for speed, he has to respect it. And so does the top forward. Little cross pass over to Letestu. Great one-timer up under the bar. Beats the 6'6" Devin Dubnyk and ties this game 1-1.
Came over in a trade with Pittsburgh on November the 8th. He is a native of Elk Point, Alberta. And he gets his 4th goal of the year, 4th goal in a Columbus uniform. 18:54, the time of the goal. The Oilers still killing a penalty. They missed Meyer, still a minute 23 left in it. And this is a team that does not score a lot of goals. They are 25th in the league on offense, averaging just 2.32 goals per game.
You wouldn't know it from the shot totals in this first period. And the way that they've come at Edmonton after getting scored on early on the power play, it's been pretty much all them. For the last 13, 14 minutes of this first period, they've really put the pressure on. 16 shots so far.
Back to the point it comes. Nikita Nikitin goes cross ice, picks up Vinny Prospol. Prospol with a shot. Vermette in front. He gets cleared away by Schmid. Belanger has it go off his skate. And the shot fired his way by Brassard, steered away by Devin Dubnyk one more time. Here's Brassard trying to ease the puck towards the net. Went off Schmid. Another shot. Pad save. Brassard, a couple of chances denied by Devin Dubnyk. Time winding down in the period. Brassard checked by Belanger, but does deliver the pass to Prospol. Out there with Vermette as it comes to Tom Gilbert. He'll have an opportunity to get it down the ice, plays it off the glass, and gets it out to center. Vinny Prospol. Cross side, Dorset. He gets stopped by Petrie. An opportunity for one last shot. He takes it, but Devin Dubnyk makes the save. 27 seconds of power play time when the second period starts.
Well, goalie under fire, no question about it for Devin Dubnyk. Lots of traffic in front of Brassard. Comes up with it. One whack and a second one from a wide angle. Great job by Dubnyk to stand his ground and get that pad down. But 20 shots through the first 20 minutes. He was a busy guy. 1-1 heading into the second period.
Neil Smith and Nick Coprios along with Brad Fay on the panel. They will break things down right now. Brad, it's all yours. Very much the Oilers will start the second period shorthanded. Sam Gagner serving the 27 seconds left on the too many men minor. And the Columbus Blue Jackets, 5 shots on the power play. They have scored once. Darcy Hordichuk also was given a minor penalty, so a 5-on-3 became a 5-on-4, and that's where we stand now as the second period is underway. Tom Gilbert, they talked about him. He's out there with Ladislav Schmid, along with Eric Belanger and Ryan Jones. Nash, cross-ice pass went off Belanger right to Jones. He gave it back to Belanger, and he sent it down the ice. 5 seconds left to go. The penalty to Sam Gagner. Gagner set to come on, and he's back on the ice. As Whitney goes back to pick it up. Whitney plays it around the boards. There is Gagner out of the penalty box and with the puck. He's got Alashemsky with him. Gagner stops up, cross ice, looking for Horkoff. Vermette with a quick backhand, looking for Huselius. It got by him as he peels off and hits the bench. So the Columbus Blue Jackets with 9 shots on the power play. They are 1 for 3. Hemsky behind the net. The thought watching him. Alex Hemsky plays it back to the point. Ryan Whitney not ready for that pass. He'll have to go back into his own zone and pick it up.
I think Ryan Whitney was trying to sneak down through the middle to see if he could get a one-timer in the slot. And Alex Hemsky just a little ricochet off the board. Had to come back 200 feet. A little miscommunication there.
Gagne catches up with it. Dan Gagne throws it behind the net. Gained was Newton. Quick pass. Ryan Johansson fires it right on, and Devin Dubnyk steers that aside easily. Eberle, 21 seconds into this game, open the scoring. Has the puck now. Jordan Eberle, right side, throws it towards the net. Sanford the save. Nugent Hopkins looking for the rebound.
And those are the kind of shots, you look at it, you say it's a real wide-angle shot, but for Edmonton, only 7 shots for the first 20 minutes of play. Yes, there was a lot of power play time for the Columbus Blue Jackets, but they got away from throwing pucks to net. When you have bodies driving, get it there. You never know, it might drop down, might be a rebound situation. Good job by Sanford there to hold on to that one, but the Oilers have to generate more chances with shots to the net in the second period and start taking back some of that momentum they lost after the first 4 or 5 minutes of the first.
That man, Paul E. Dangerously, had the chances 7-2 in favor of Columbus in that first 20 minutes. And he's never wrong. Smith now cutting from the net. Ryan Smith, a backhand, stopped by Sanford. And comes to Derek McKenzie. McKenzie centering pass, and he comes to Paulson. Paulson wants to change up, so he will send it down deep. Ryan Smith. Second in the league in even strength points. He's got 20 on the year. As we take a look in even strength points.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible when you look at the combination of Hopkins, Eberle, and Smith combined are second in the National Hockey League for most points combined by a trio of teammates. Toronto, Kessel, Lupo, and Frenouf are first, but for two young guys like Hopkins and Eberle to step in there, and Ryan Smith back with Edmonton for his first year back, having a terrific season, has stepped right in where he left off and made up a dynamic trio.
12 goals on the season for Ryan Smith, leads this team. Right up the middle pass for Nash comes to Mr. Dubnyk. He's not going to take any chances.
In that last little play, Rick Nash trying to stretch pass through the middle, and one of the more dangerous players one-on-one, Ladislav Schmid, gave him a little shot afterwards. And they had a discussion throughout the remainder of the shift going back to the benches. So playing against top players for Ladislav Schmid has to be a physical presence, has to make sure they know he's going to be there. But that was a close call, sending the speedy Nash to the middle.
He just gave a shot to Derek Dorsett. Tom Gilbert played over 8 minutes in that first period. He and Schmid, the shutdown pair for the Edmonton Oilers. It's the third line that's out there now. As Dorsett takes a hit from Schmid, Jones able to keep the puck in. Schmid to Jones. He is checked by Derek Brassard. Brassard looking for Umberger. R.J. Umberger fires it in the opposite corner. He'll head off. Dorsett and Schmid come together again as Jones picks up the puck. Jones centered for Nugent Hopkins. That missed it. And Mafat will touch it, and we'll go back down to the other end, and that'll allow us to hook up with Gene.
Well, Kevin, you've mentioned the fact that this is the #1 power play at home this season in the NHL, and Ryan Nugent Hopkins, as well as Ryan Smith and Jordan Eberle, have a lot to do with it. That was the goal that they scored, that being RNH and Jordan Eberle a couple of nights ago against Minnesota. Other end of the ice, but similar type pass. And by the way, Ryan Nugent Hopkins now 14 power play points, ties him for top spot in the NHL with Daniel City.
Tied for 5th among NHLers in scoring, and that's just us first-year guys. He dominates that. Goals, assists, points. He's #1 as Whitney plays it around the boards. Gilbert there. Hopkins on the ice. Gagne has it now. Nugent Hopkins will head off. The second line is out there. Gagne goes down. Huselius has the puck. A little bit of rust on Christian Huselius. He's had some great chances, just not able to convert as Hemsky comes in. Another guy that has had some chances. Whitney moving in now. Whitney centering pass. Spun around with Sean Horkoff. Horkoff got the puck again. Horkoff drops for Hemsky. Alex Hemsky with a shot. Stopped by Sanford. Puck is still loose. Now the net comes off the moorings and the whistle goes.
Real nice drive here by Edmonton. Great job by Ryan Whitney to activate, get up into the rush, and create a chance. And although it didn't work out, good pressure to stay on the puck, get through it. John Horkoff, middle drive, creates that lane. And then Ales Hemsky walks it out from a sharp angle. This one eludes Sanford early on. That little whack there, that puck is still loose as the net finally comes off. And it gets whistled down, but good pressure by Edmonton in the pushback in the second period to start getting some chances in the offensive zone.
Petrie keeps it in. Petrie tipped by Eberle. Now quickly back the other way. Johansson with Possible. Johansson cutting for the net. Possible has the puck. He finds Letestu, but the pass a little bit behind him. Cooper keeps it in at the point. Nikita with a backhand through traffic. Evan Dubnik to save. Back to the point. Better Tuchel shot, and that gets deflected by Eberle wide, and it comes right to Evan Dubnik, and he will hang on as Ryan Johansson flying around got knocked down.
You know, sometimes when you're back checking, you want to get back so hard that you don't take a look behind you to see what's there. And that happened a couple times in this shift where everyone comes back aggressively, puck goes right through them. And another chance is capitalized on by the Columbus Blue Jackets. So good job by Devin Dubnik to stand his ground in there. But a good re-attack by Columbus on that turnover. They catch the Oilers sleeping a little bit in an outnumbered rush, but Nugent Hopkins gets back and makes it a 2-on-2.
Ryan O'Mara wins another draw. He was 4-0 in the first period, and if you can get that kind of face-off work from your fourth line, you get that puck possession. Hordichuk with it now. Hordichuk looking for Petrell. It was behind him. McKenzie plays it back, and there's Flitsum. He is paired with Johnson. Aaron Johnson to an open wing. It comes to Theo Peckham instead. He is with Andy Sutton. McKenzie on the intercept. Will chip it in. Petrell given a shove there by Paulson. Cole comes up with the puck, and he is rocked by Sutton and knocked down. Shot blocked by Theo Peckham. Hordichuk trying to get it out, gets it to Peckham. He'll get it right back again. Darcy Hordichuk gets to center, chips it in. He wants to head off.
A little meat on the ice, and these two lines are out there. Banging and crashing. You can hear the boards rumbling every time these two lines hit the ice against one another.
O'Mara got it flattened behind the Columbus net.
No!
Hemsky. First shot against the top. Pins him into the board. Broussard will come up with the puck. Broussard gave it away to Horkoff. Horkoff for Gagne. He gets knocked down by Mathot. Sam Gagne feeling he's coming closer to getting that first goal of the season. Directed 6 shots towards the net against Minnesota. 3 of them were counted as shots on goal. Tom Gilbert with it now. Gilbert. Jones, drop pass for Gagne. Gagne. Return feed for Jones. Kept in by Belanger. Jones on the near boards, plays it behind the net. Sanford sends it around the boards for Nash. He just chops at it, can't get it out though. The Oilers with some pressure now. Nikitin, his pass intercepted by Whitney. He'll give it to Petrie and get the puck right back again. Ryan Whitney takes a look, finds Belanger. Belanger moving in with Jones and Piarvi, and they turn it right over, and here is Huselius. Huselius with Nash driving to the net. Rick Nash with a shot, and that gets deflected just wide. End to end we go. Piarvi gets taken down by Nikitin. Fenner back the other way with Huselius. Huselius, drop pass for Nash. Nash, wrist shot, and that gets blocked. Ryan Smith back the other way with Eberle. 2-on-1. Smith. Sanford, his biggest save of the night. Jordan Eberle looking for his second goal of the night. Sweet feed, sweet.
Sportsnet World is available in free preview until January 3rd. Watch exclusive Sunday coverage of the Barclays Premier League, action from the UEFA Champions League, Heineken Cup Rugby, and Indian Premier League Cricket, and more. Visit sportsnetworld.ca for a full schedule of events.
And a terrific chance right before we went to break there. Great pass from Ryan Smith over to Jordan Eberle. And as he comes back, he says, I was too tight. I was so tight he couldn't get it upstairs quick enough. Great save by Sanford to get across and cut that angle down. If there's one guy that maybe could sniff it in there, it'd be Jordan Eberle. He can put it up into the bar with the best one, but that one there, he gets denied.
13 shots for the Oilers. 24 for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Smith stops up against Mathot. Off the stick of Mark Mathot. Wisniewski behind the net will get it to Vinny Prospal. Prospal to the middle. Smith there for the intercept. Theo Peckham off the boards to Eberle. Or Eberle to Smith. Smith. Eberle. Watched by Wisniewski. Wisniewski takes him into the boards. Prospal trying to dig that puck free. Play on, says the ref. Nugent Hopkins in there as well as the puck does come free. Tom Gilbert on the pinch. Plays it in behind the net. Prospal plays it off the boards. Ryan Johansson along with Mark Letestu. Johansson feed to Letestu into tight as well. Couldn't get a good shot away. And then he flipped it over the pad as it comes back to Tupen. Prospal with it now. Prospal a wrist shot as he tried to go upstairs. And that one ends up going into the netting. Wow.
Well, a beautiful pass, too, to get this one through as Johansson comes down the left-hand side on the backhand, just puts it to an area. And Letestu just can't get to this one and jam it home, fires it out into the front, and almost gets whacked in there by the stick of Nugent Hopkins. So some action around Devin Dubnyk. But again, you notice everyone comes back watching the puck carrier, and it's Columbus's late attack. It's really created some great opportunities for them jumping up into the rush. They just can't convert that one there.
And I mean, you got to think the game plan for the Columbus Blue Jackets was not to trade chances with this Oiler team.
You wouldn't think so, but it's been working pretty well for them. I'll tell you, they've had the better quality chances in this game so far, and they've been a little more aggressive on the attack, generating 25 shots on net already.
The fourth line can do is they're out there now. O'Mara trying to get it by Johnson. Can't do it. Leonard Petrell tied up by Sammy Paulson. O'Mara takes a hit from Paulson right in front of the Columbus bench. Got knocked flat. Portachuk brings it in. Portachuk with O'Mara going for the net. Drops it back. Oilers making a change. Brassard picked it off. Brassard to Bull. Bull inside the blue line. His pass intercepted by Gilbert. He'll get it to O'Mara. O'Mara cross ice to Gilbert in behind the play. It was Portachuk knocked down by Bull. There's a penalty coming up. 6 attackers out there. Gilbert in front of the net. Gilbert now behind. He gets pinned by Umberger, and we finally get the whistle. And the Oilers will get a power play opportunity as Bull cross-checked Hordichuk.
Well, Darcy Hordichuk doing what he does best. He's an agitator. He's a tough guy, but he's also an agitator. And he knows he can get under the skin of Jared Bull. So he finishes his check pretty late. And afterward, Jared Bull retaliates with a cross-check that doesn't seem like a whole lot. But for Darcy Hordichuk, he knows that the rest will be watching after hearing the bang. He takes one pretty solidly on the upper arm. It does hurt when you get hit there, but I think he kind of sucked in another opponent to getting a little bit angry after a good body check. The Oilers get a power play.
We saw that in Minnesota. And Brad Stubbins. Right now the Oilers on their second power play. Vermette has lost his stick. It bounces free. The Oilers will try and take advantage. Nugent Hopkins walking in. Saucer pass. A bouncing puck. And finally, Nikitin sends it down the ice. He came over in a trade for Chris Russell on November the 11th from the St. Louis Blues. He is up there with Fedorchuk, Olsen, and Dorsett. Gagne with Eberle, Horkoff, Nugent Hopkins, and Gilbert. And Horkoff tried to feed it back to the point, but just one guy there was Tom Gilbert. Tom Gilbert goes down. An opportunity for Dorsett moving in. A short-handed goal. On a bad break for Tom Gilbert. And the Columbus Blue Jackets take their first lead of this game.
Well, just a chain reaction of events here as this puck is rimmed around a little bit too hard for Tom Gilbert. Can't get to it. And then as he comes back, tries to make a little stop-up play, fumbles it for a second. Dorsett in the right spot, the right time. Great pressure for him. So here it is. Has to come back, corral it. And tries to make this pass through on a stop, loses an edge, Derek Dorsett in. And for Devin Dubnyk, he's caught halfway as well, too. He's thinking he's going to jump out with the big poke check, but a little bit too late to engage, and good heads-up play by Dorsett to walk around and tuck it home. It gives his team the 2-1 lead on the shorthanded goal.
The fourth shorthanded goal for the Columbus Blue Jackets this season. The second given up by the Oilers as Whitney moves in, cross-ice pass. Sanford gets some help on the block. Whitney with it now. Ryan Whitney with Ryan Smith in front. As for Belanger in the corner, he has got Jones helping him out. Belanger trying to get it back to the point. It was broken up there by McKenzie, but it comes to Belanger. Belanger to Smith, back to Belanger. Now cross ice, waiting for it, and then a great defensive play there by McKenzie as he broke up the pass from Hemsky to Whitney. 30 seconds left to go on the penalty to Jared Bowl. 9 minutes left to go in the second period. Ryan Smith just off the end of his stick, and then he ends up in the net. Paulson gets knocked down at center by Petrie, and that allows Whitney to come up with a puck. Whitney for Gagne. Gagne gets surrounded, but it comes to Horkoff. Back to Gagne. Shot goes over top of the net. Petrie can't keep it in at the blue line, and the penalty to Bowl is over. A penalty that produces a shorthanded goal on a bad break for Tom Gilbert. Gagne.
No question, Kevin, the power play is creating chances for Edmonton. He just couldn't convert on that last one. A couple good saves by Sanford and some bobble pucks in the slot zone. And as you mentioned, the bobble by Tom Gilbert ultimately leads to that shorthanded goal by Derek Dorsett. So you have to, on one hand, be happy you're creating chances when you do get the man advantage if you're Edmonton. Just an unlucky bounce, and nice capitalization by Columbus's Derek Dorsett.
Gets his 4th goal of the season. Brassard, a couple of chances, and all of them denied by Devin Dubnyk. Magnus Piarvi picks it up on the near side. Magnus Piarvi will start away. Piarvi building speed as he crosses the blue line, chips it in, and will chase it himself. Gets to it, gets it a chance. So Magnus Piarvi using his speed to create an opportunity. Stopped by Sanford. It's Kelly, Oilers hockey, right here on Sports.
The Oilers have once again teamed up with the Rexall family of pharmacies to create the 2011-12 This is Oil Country Team Calendar. On sale for $5.99 at all Rexall family of pharmacy locations across Oil Country, with proceeds benefiting local charitable organizations through the Rexall Foundation, the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation, and the NHLPA Goals and Dreams Fund.
7:37 to go here in the second period. The Blue Jackets, with a goal at 10:16 while shorthanded, have a 2-1 lead. The first of 4 meetings, they'll hook up again, but it won't be until the new year. Shot right on by Jordan Eberle, and stopped by Curtis Sanford, and that means Gene wants to talk. Gene, what do you got?
Well, we've got lots on the network, so that's why I'm busy chatting between whistles. It's the Ultimate Fighter 14 finale. Tomorrow, it happens at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and if they need an extra, maybe Darcy Hornacek will go help them.
He would. He would be busy in the intervention. Once an Oiler, always an Oiler night here at Rexall Place. Grant Fuhrer being honored tonight, and he will be talking with Gene coming up in our second intermission. And it's also Grant Fuhrer mini sweater night, and Louis got 7 of them. I don't know how that.
Always nice to see Jersey. Of course. Hall of Famer.
And Louis, they're not like
numbers in the rafters. Always emotional when he comes back
yes.
to Edmonton in front of the crowds here. Has such fond memories, obviously, of his time spent with the Edmonton Oilers, 5 Stanley Cups, and great guy.
They grew up in Spruce Grove and dreamed of playing for the Oilers, and his dream came true in a big way. And he'll be talking to Gene coming up 6 minutes, 45 seconds from now. As Feder turns, the Oilers making changes. Johansson cut off there by Theo Peckham. Johansson does get it to Potsville. Back to the point it comes. The Keaton fires that puck high. Potsville behind the net. It sits there, and it's picked up finally by Horkoff. He'll get it to Smith. Hemsky joins the rush as well. Ryan Smith, cross ice to Horkoff. Horkoff on the right side. Cox takes the shot. Blocker saved by Sanford. Almost hit Hemsky in the beam.
It did. That was a header.
Wow. His soccer skills. As Hemsky drops for Horkoff. Horkoff trying to feed it, and then got deflected by Wisniewski and didn't miss by much. Sutton keeps it in at the point. Turns. And now it's picked up by Johansson. He'll get the center, try and flip it in. It hopped over the stick of Sutton. Brassard will get to it. Derek Brassard between the legs for Umberger. Sharp angle shot didn't make it through. Now it comes to the front. Oilers having trouble getting it out, and now Gagne will turn inside his own blue line and drop it back to Andy Sutton. He is paired with Theo Peckham. Sutton to Peckham. Peckham takes a look, decides to go up the middle to Jones. He was covered there by Aaron Johnson. Johnson takes the hit from Jones as he delivers the puck deep. 5.5 minutes to go here in the second period. Eric Belanger to Theo Peckham. Quick pass tipped in by Jones, hit the stanchion, and took a weird hop. As we join Gino.
Well, Kevin, Safeway's featured participating product for tonight's hockey game is Kraft salad dressing.
No touch in the second. First of back-to-back games for the Oilers. 5:21 to go in the second period. The Blue Jackets with 28 shots. The Oilers with 16. Edmonton will entertain Calgary tomorrow night. And then have Carolina here on Wednesday. Louis, you and I have got a bit of a break after this game. We won't meet up with the Oilers until the 15th of December in Phoenix.
You're going home.
And you're going hunting.
Yeah. A little confused in the neutral zone there, that last play there. A lot of time for the defenseman to make a play, and for right now for Columbus clogging up the neutral zone. Not a whole lot of movement by Edmonton or options. That leads to the icing as a hard pass goes up the wall and misses everyone. So for Edmonton right now, a little out of sync. The pressure by Columbus getting to him a little bit, but they have to find a way to get themselves back into this one with a good shift and follow it up with another. The same way that Columbus has got themselves into this one and got a hit.
Ruselius and Nash out there now. But here comes Alex Hemsky takes a look off the stick of Mathot and went right to Nash. Nash will fire it in. And Louis, how many times have we heard coaches tell us what they got to do against the Oilers is clog up the neutral zone, take away time and space.
Columbus is doing it pretty good right now.
Burnett plays it back to the point. Then Keaton looks for Nash. Nash checked by Schmid. Those two have had some words in this game, and now Ladislav Schmid is going to head to the box for a couple of minutes.
Oh, yeah! Let's go! Let's do this!
Get your game on with Sports Select.
Ladislav Schmid, as you mentioned, has had some battles with Rick Nash tonight, and when Rick Nash is moving his feet and driving, almost impossible to take down. Eventually Schmid does, but he digs in a little bit too deep. And he's giving a few instructions on the bench, and I think he said stay inside. Obviously inside coverage on a big guy like Nash don't allow him to get that track to move in. But the Columbus Blue Jackets back on the power play once again.
Their fourth power play of this game. They are 1 for 3. With 3:57 to go in the period. Hochul will drop it back, but Broussard was not there. Wisniewski will play it back to Broussard, who's on the point on this power play that has Letestu up front, along with Crossbow and Derek Dorsey. Peckham behind the net for Gilbert. Between his legs, Johansson on him. Smith can't get it out. Wisniewski able to keep it in. Letestu drop pass. Broussard takes a look. James Wisniewski steps into a slap shot, and Devin Dubnyk makes the save with Ryan Johansson right on the doorstep.
Another good shot from Wisniewski in the blue line, and good puck movement by Columbus. They're really feeling it tonight, and you know, this shot through, good job by Edmonton to box people out. Johansson was there, but he eventually had to work his way back. Devin Dubnyk had that little lane after Gilbert kind of interferes with Johansson a little bit to open up the sight line for Devin Dubnyk to make that save.
Belanger and Jones out there now. Belanger, Jones, Petrie, and Whitney. Ruselius fires the puck in. Burnett going after it. Jones comes up with it. Ryan Jones to Eric Belanger, and they will send it down the ice. 40 seconds left to go in the penalty to Ladislav Schmid. O'Mara getting an opportunity on this penalty kill along with Leonard Petrell now. Sutton and Peckham trying to shut down the big guy Nash, and Nash knocks down Theo Peckham. The puck comes free, but there's O'Mara, and he will fire it down the ice. Stanford out to play it. We'll give it to Nikitin. To James Wisniewski. Wisniewski right up the middle, off the skate of Umberger. Picked up by Peckham, and he sends it down the ice. He'll head to the bench. 4 new penalty killers, and one of those penalty killers is Ryan Nugent-Hopkins out there with Jordan Eberle, able to get some ice time now with Gilbert and Whitney. Penalty is over. Schmid back on the ice, but thought the shot. And there is Sammy Paulson trying to get a shot on the rebound, but Whitney prevented it. Paulson from the corner is pinned there by Whitney. Dorsett trying to dig it free along with Nugent-Hopkins. Columbus 1 for 4 on the power play. They've generated 10 shots with the man advantage. They have 30 on the game so far. Dorsett with Paulson. Back to the point it comes. Mathot goes cross ice. Wisniewski, wrist shot this time, goes wide. And Schmid relieves the pressure, gets it down the ice. Wisniewski turns, finds Paulson. Paulson, Johansson, he's got Proskal in front. Mike never gets to him. Sutton with a hit on Johansson. Johansson has the puck now. He'll just backhand it in. He wants to get to the bench. Eberle turns and resets as he gives it to Petrie. Petrie, his pass intended for Gagne too far, and if he can get them, he'll get it to Bull, and Bull will chop it in. Rudnick leaves it there for Petrie. Drop pass for Sutton. Now to Gagne. Whacked at by Bull. To Horkoff. Sean Horkoff. Back to Sutton. Now Horkoff has some room to get out. Less than a minute to go in the period. Gagne giving it up there by Nikitin. And Proskal and Vermette back the other way. Vermette fires a wrist shot. Rebound. And Proskal couldn't do anything with it. He was tied up by Petrie. Petrie fights off number 22. Now Gagne. Down the left side. He's got Horkoff and Hemsky headed to the net. Here's a centering pass. Hemsky turns. Back to the point it comes. Ladislav Schmid now with a wrist shot. Horkoff on the doorstep. John Horkoff stopped by Curtis Sanford. They bang away. And the whistle goes. Sean Horkoff looks skyward. He had a great chance denied by Curtis Sanford.
And a great scramble by Sanford as well. Sean Horkoff knew he had the net, but he had to wait and try and wait out Sanford to go across. The shot just gets through a little dribbler, fake, and the arm stretched out denies Horkoff as he was getting pinched off himself. A terrific save. That looked like for sure a goal after a good forecheck. And when you're fighting for inches on the ice, when you're Edmonton right now in a clogged up neutral zone, pucks have to get deep. For Sam Gagne, he gets it, tries to make a little chip off the boards, ensure it gets deep, establish the forecheck, and generate some chances. That puck came back on a 3-on-2 the other way. Edmonton has to be a little more disciplined and selective in what they're doing with the puck to the neutral zone. It'll pay off.
And they're crashing the net right now, and it was Ryan Smith on the wraparound attempt. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins in there as well, but once again, the puck stays out. We've got just 8.4 seconds left.
You know, Kevin, we talked about it in the first period about crashing the net. We haven't seen it much from Edmonton. 2 shifts in a row now. They're getting a puck to the blue paint. Ryan Smith jams it through. All 3 Edmonton Oilers forwards in there jamming away at Curtis Sanford. When you have a goalie that's hot, playing well, you have to get to him, get in his kitchen, get in his grill. So one shift after another, that's how you build a period, how you build a game. For Edmonton right now, they're just trying to get themselves back into this one, puts the pressure on Columbus.
7 shots in the first period, 12 in the second so far. More to come as Whitney lets it go. Just at the horn, that one goes over top of the net. Now more pushing and shoving as Nikitin in there against Hemsky. So after 40 minutes, it's 2-1 for Columbus. We'll have much more, but right now, it's going to be Brad Fay, whose microphone is turned on. Brad, it's your turn. Thanks very much, guys. The Oilers will try and come back and win a game that they have trailed after 40 minutes for the 3rd time this season. In the first of 4 against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Louis, you wonder about fatigue for the Columbus Blue Jackets. They were involved in a shootout last night in Calgary. Got in after midnight.
Well, the fact they're being outshot 31-19 through 2 periods. Edmonton, this game's right there for the taking. They're only down by 1 goal. A tired team, the final 20 has to be an energy-based 20 for the Edmonton Oilers. And Mark Spector talked about the contact, the physicality in the game. Only 8 hits for each side through 40 minutes. That has to be elevated this third by Edmonton.
Rick Nash with the puck. With Antoine Vermette. Nash, a wrist shot, and that rises over top of the net. Gagne. Lost it to Huselius. Wisniewski to Mathot. Mathot given up there by Hemsky. That's not a bad start.
Just like that. Alex Hemsky can bang bodies, everybody can.
Gagne takes a look. He will flip it in. Jordan Eberle's led the charge with a goal. He has 6 shots so far. Out there with Nugent Hopkins and Ryan Smith. Brassard plays it off the boards. Derek Dorsett. A shorthanded goal. The difference right now. Trying to get a shot away. It was blocked by Jeff Petrie. Nugent Hopkins with Smith. Try and split the defense. Dorsett can't get it by Petrie. Now Brassard will try his luck. Pops it up into the air. Petrie is there to regain possession. Across the line. Stops inside the blue line. Delivers it behind the net. Sends it around the board, but there is Ryan Smith. Back to the point it comes. Whitney waiting for it. He'll throw it around the boards. Nugent Hopkins with it now. Trying to get it back to Petrie, who was picked off instead by Dorsett. Columbus makes changes. The Oilers try and take advantage. Ryan Smith squeezed off the puck. Aaron Johnson turned it over. Ryan Jones scores! Ryan Jones! Wraparound goal. We're tied at 2.
This one's a huge one for Edmonton. Not a whole lot of life to the first 40 minutes. A great job by Ryan Smith to slither this one into the offensive zone. Jones on the change, a fresh body on the ice. Takes it and just jams it home past a hot goaltender. And Curtis Sanford, he gets a little lucky off the skate. But when you drive pucks to the net, you get rewarded. Ryan Jones ties this game at 2. 2 quick shifts in a row that Edmonton gets into the offensive zone. Establish a forecheck, work the body down low. And it results in a goal.
Ryan Jones with 7 goals on the season. 5 of them have come here at Rexall Place. So this one comes a minute 41 into the 3rd period. And Ryan Smith gets yet another even strength point. He's got 21 now, and we've got prizes to give away. Our next score and win winner, courtesy of Safeway and Kraft Salad Dressing, is Sylviane Gavel of Fort McMurray, who's won the men's full of a Marine Star watch on the goal by Ryan Jones. And Jones out there now with PRB and Belanger. Sutton and Peckham on the point as the Oilers try and build on that. 2 goals early in periods. 21 seconds into the first. $1:41 here in the 3rd. And the Oilers have tied the game. Sutton throwing his weight around. He takes the test tube into the boards. Agnes PRB trying to catch up to that puck and shot back in by Aaron Johnson. Theo Peckham got it down. He'll give it to Sutton. Columbus sending out their top line. Wisniewski in the middle. Chipped in the bottom. Test tube. He'll have it. That means Rick Nash is stuck on the ice. Gagne. Pass intended for Horcoff. Down the ice it goes. The puck will get to it, and that will be an icing call. Gene.
Well, Kevin, shop and swipe your club card at Safeway today. Watch future Sportsnet telecasts. You could win a 52-inch sharp back-close TV with Quatron technology. Shop and swipe your club card at Safeway today, and you could be our next lucky winner.
So Ryan Jones has got 12 points. Ryan Smith has got 25 on the season. Ryan Nugent Hopkins has 28 points on the year. He leads all the Oilers. On the face-off, Gagne to Horcoff. Horcoff to Hemsky. Hemsky at the blue line against Mathot. Tries to bang it in past him and hit Mathot. Wisniewski will send it around the near side, and Rick Nash is waiting for it there. The pass for Vermette. Hard pass for Huselius off his stick. It's picked up by Tom Gilbert. Gilbert will give it to Schmid. Schmid off the boards for Gagne. Horcoff to Schmid. Schmid leads the charge. 4 Oilers across the ice. Here's Hemsky stepping into a shot, and Sanford got a piece of that. Vermette will get to center. He'll backhand it in. It went off Schmid. The Columbus Blue Jackets want to make changes. Nugent Hopkins stopped at the blue line. Sammy Paulson with it now. He's got McKenzie headed to the front of the net. Can't get the puck there. Because Jeff Petrie broke that play up. Everly, Nugent Hopkins, Ryan Smith on the ice now. Derek McKenzie moving in against Petrie. Petrie sends it into the boards. McKenzie with it again. Paulson back to the point it comes. Better Tootin with a wrist shot. McKenzie bumped by Petrie. Those two going at it on this shift on both sides of the ice. And there is Petrie. Pass for Everly doesn't make it to him, and it's kept in by the Columbus Blue Jackets. Jared Bowl behind the net. Bowl. Checked by Whitney. Back to Umberger with a wrist shot. And that was blocked. The Oilers, 7th in the league in blocked shots. And Jeff Petrie added to his total right there.
Nice hard shift by Jeff Petrie. Good urgency down low. He's being much more physical in the last few games. Finishing checks using that big frame that he possesses in the defensive zone.
Brassard waited too long, and he was checked by Petrell, who starts away with PRB. Leonard Petrell stops. A shot deflects into the corner, but there is O'Mara to keep this shift alive in the Columbus end. Petrell with a hit on Aaron Johnson, as Johnson gets it out. Theo Peckham's got it now. Theo Peckham. PRB at center by Umberger. Now by Letestu. A wrist shot by Petrell. Sanford, a little trouble with it, trying to kick it out. Umberger to Letestu. He can't get it by Sutton. The second opportunity does get it out. Columbus trying to make a change. Theo Peckham shoots it in. The Oilers want to make changes as well. 14:43 to go here in the third period. 33-23. The shots favor the Columbus Blue Jackets. Gagne, intercept. Hemsky winds, fires the shot. Sanford the save. Gagne on the doorstep.
Starting to build on shifts here. Great change for Edmonton. Get fresh bodies on the ice. Magnus PRB using his speed once again to get there. That first shot and the rebound, a little chisel by Petrell to the net. And for Curtis Sanford, he's facing a lot more rubber in this third period early on. Edmonton getting pucks to the net, driving through. They're starting to wear down Columbus. A couple of mistakes by the Blue Jackets getting pucks out and not getting pucks deep have turned into opportunities for Edmonton.
You see, our next game will be in the desert on December 15th. Louis, very familiar with the Phoenix Coyotes, a former broadcaster. We got him in a trade. I don't know what went back the other way, but we're glad you're here, Lou.
Some pucks. Always for pucks, right? You never have too many of them.
And future considerations.
Yeah, future.
Well, the crew's on your side, Lou, after you delivered a bunch of deer meat to them in the form of jerky and pepperoni. That will always get the guys, as you refer to as the truck people, on your side.
A bunch of coyotes down there. Speaking of coyotes, just disappeared.
Johansson bounces it off the boards, can't get it by. Ryan Whitney. Whitney to Petrie. Out the pass for Everly. Smith, Nugent Hopkins on the X now, looking for the go-ahead goal. Nugent Hopkins to Ryan Smith. Tootin. Everly prevents exiting the zone. Tom Gilbert to Ladislav Schmid. Slap shot, scores! Oh my! Ladislav Schmid has turned into a goal scorer! And he's given the Oilers a 3-2 lead.
There's no question Edmonton was out for blood in this third period. They put pressure on from the get-go and have taken over this game. One shift after the other. Pucks are getting deep. A little more urgency recovering it. And Ladislav Schmid just rockets this one through a screen. Perfect screen as Jordan Everly comes through the shot right at the right moment. Sanford has no idea the shot's even taken. It's by him. And a 3-2 lead for the Edmonton Oilers.
Ladislav Schmid's first NHL goal was against the Columbus Blue Jackets back in 2007. He went 124 games without getting a goal. Then he got one in Colorado, and now he's got two. And the Oilers have the lead. Gilbert and Smith getting the helpers. 6:19, the time of the goal. And Ales Hemsky throws another big hit as he crushed better 2 minutes. The Oilers coming alive here in Rexall. Horkoff trying to keep it into the blue line. Nash. Outlet to Huselius. Huselius to Nash. Nash shot hit the side of the net. Devin Dubnyk falls down, makes the save, and covers up. A little pushing and shoving. Ales Hemsky. Look at this hit on better too. Boom.
Christmas mini pack is back just in time for the holiday season. This 2-game pack features matchups versus the LA Kings and Detroit Red Wings and comes with a Taylor Hall signature puck. It's on sale now. This pack is the perfect gift for any Oilers fan. Visit EdmontonOilers.com for more details.
The Oilers outshot 21-7 in the first period. They come back and outshoot Columbus 12-10 in the second, and now outshooting and outscoring Columbus. Outshooting them 7-3, outscoring them 2-0. And they have a 1-goal lead. 34-26, the total shots. Everly, Nugent Hopkins, and Smith out there with Sutton and Peckham. R.J. Umberger, checked by Peckham. Theo Peckham ties it up, gets some help from Nugent Hopkins, and he sends it around the other side. Everly waiting for it there. Jordan Everly, Nugent Hopkins up the middle. He will sweep it into Columbus end. Sanford sends it around the boards, trying to get it to Aaron Johnson. He does get it to Dorsett. Out of Brassard. Eric Brassard with Umberger and Dorsett. Brassard. Theo Peckham. Peckham gets the puck to Sutton. Sutton gets it to Everly. Smith gets it out. End of the shift. Chips it in. He'll head to the bench. And that allows the third line out there now. Jones, Belanger, and Payarvi. Offside the call at the Oiler blue line.
To help you reach your home project goals, choose the home team. Homeowners helping homeowners.
Well, by swiping a free club card, Deline Boyson of Sherwood Park has won the Garmin Newbie GPS courtesy of Safeway and Kraft's salad dressing, and add an assist to Ryan Whitney on that. So Ryan Whitney has his first point of the season. His last assist, December 23rd of last year against Los Angeles. Jones, another shot, another goal! Ryan Jones makes it a 4-2 game.
And this is all set up by a terrific drive by Magnus Payarvi. He's there in the forecheck, goes for the stretch pass. It doesn't convert, but with his speed, he gets into the offensive zone, establishes the forecheck. That's the pass from Whitney. Payarvi in, jams it around. Great work by Belanger down low to win this battle. The one-timer by Jones in the back of the net. All three guys converge, and the quick release from Ryan Jones. And the great celebration afterwards gives his Oilers the 2-goal lead.
And Ryan Jones has 8 goals on the year. 8:06. The time of the goal that has given the Oilers some breathing room. Belanger gets the assist. He's got 7 on the year. And a penalty on the way. And it is going to be Sam Gagner for holding. Gagner headed to the box. The penalty killers will head out, and here's why.
He didn't like the call too much. Just felt he was battling, but that little stick in a little bit. Still doesn't like it with the head shake afterwards. And Tom Murray doesn't like it either. So, I mean, obviously, you're not going to like when a penalty is called. It was a battle down low, but nonetheless, I haven't seen one turned around. And the Columbus Blue Jackets are on the power play.
Belanger, short-handed, looking for Jones. Jones looking for the trick. Jones behind the net. He gets knocked down by Benner Tootin. And play continues. Rick Nash. Huselius will have to regroup, wait for Nash to clear the zone. Bouncing puck comes right to Devin Dubnyk, and he'll hang on to it. Well, Jane Hodson of Alberta Beach has swiped a free club card on behalf of Safeway and Kraft Salad Dressing. You've won the Hoover Wind Tunnel Vacuum, courtesy of Ryan Jones' 2nd goal of the game.
Yeah, and a real energy shift afterwards as Ryan Jones goes to the net looking for goal number 3, stays with it. And the battle level has been risen here in this third period by Edmonton. Not as much of an easy entry for Columbus into the offensive zone, and they're getting pounded into the boards in the defensive zone.
Morkoff and Smith out there on this penalty kill, along with Peckham and Petrie. Umberger's out in front as Prospel plays it back to Wisniewski at the point. Wisniewski will give it to Prospel. The 5th power play for the Columbus Blue Jackets. 10 shots with it, 1 goal. Wisniewski flits up. A wrist shot goes off Orkoff's stick and does get knocked down. A high stick for R.J. Umberger.
Yeah, terrific play by Umberger to kind of get his stick on this one just a little bit too high, but good puck movement by Columbus, and they've really been able to generate some chances with the man advantage. They've been getting a lot of pucks to the net, good traffic in front. We talked about the size they possess in their forward position. Umberger's a big guy in front of the net. There's the high stick that knocks it down the faceoff and come all the way down to the left of Curtis Sanford, but they just haven't been able to get one by Devin Dubnyk in a while.
The Oilers got 3 goals in 6 minutes and 25 seconds to take control of the hockey game. Ryan Jones out there again with Belanger, and Jones against Huselius, knocked down, takes a look at the ref. But he delivered the puck down the ice, and now he'll head off. Latrell and O'Mara out there now with 28 seconds to go in the penalty to Sam Gagner. Wisniewski to Vermette. Vermette checked by Schmid. Lays it back to the point. Frank Blitzen with Wisniewski on the blue line. Wisniewski with the puck. He'll give it to Blitzen. Blitzen fakes the slap shot. Now he'll give it to Wisniewski. Wisniewski moves to the middle. Now to Huselius. Huselius cross ice. Slap pass. Knack did not get all of it. Schmid. An opportunity to use the boards and get it down the ice just as Gagner steps out of the penalty box. 9.5 minutes to go here in the third period. The Oilers have come back and have taken a 4-2 lead. Gagner. Pass intended for Hemsky didn't work. Dorsett avoids a big hit from Gagner as he sends the puck around. Sorry, back to the point for Johnson. Now McKenzie will deliver to a puck. Slaps the shot. Great chance. Great goal there by Dorsett as he was right on the doorstep. The rebound came to him, and he makes it a 1-goal game.
Oh, what a game for Derek Dorsett. He's been involved physically as he always is. He scored the second goal of this game shorthanded to give Columbus the lead. Now he pulls them to within 1. Great work down low in the corner, the blast from the blue line. And he's just Johnny on the spot. Talk about crowding the goalie, getting to the front of the net. Not the biggest guy around, but he bangs this one home to bring his Blue Jackets to within 1.
11 minutes, the time of the goal for Derek Dorsett. As you mentioned, his second goal of the game. He's got 5 on the season. Mathot and McKenzie get the helpers. And it's a 1-goal game with 8:54.
Goal scored by number 15, Derek Dorsett.
Smith tips it in.
Number 3, Martin John. And number 54, Derek
with Fetter Paulson up front with Letestu. Vinny Crossbow. Smith back the other way. Nugent Hopkins and Everly. Hammers a shot. Big rebound. Paulson picks it up. Paulson drops it. And there's Nikitin hammering a shot. That one high and wide. He can fire the puck, but that one, he needed a roadmap to get it to the net. He's just really frustrated. Crossbow to Paulson. Trying the wraparound. Now he'll play it back to the point instead. Nikitin for Crossbow hopped over a stick into the shift. Gilbert will get it to Sutton. Sutton's going to have time to get it out. He'll skate it. Sutton will take his time and then just gently send it down into Columbus territory. And the third line is out there. A third line that has been producing offense. Huselius works his way in. Nash cross-site to Vermette. Vermette bounces it towards the goal, but all kinds of Oilers there. PRB back the other way. PRB. He gets checked by James Wisniewski. Belanger in support. Nash with it now. Cross ice to Blitzen. He has got Huselius. Bounces it off the backboard. Sitting there for Schmid. He'll play it around. And Jones is with PRB across the blue line. Jones going wide on Blitzen, driving the net. PRB picks it up. Magnus PRB throws it towards the Kings. That one goes wide. Rick Nash down the right side, dealing with Whitney to Huselius. Huselius, wrist shot, rebound picked up by Whitney. Ryan Whitney under pressure from Huselius. 37-29, the shots on goal in a 1-goal game. Orkoff plays it to the middle, a bouncing puck to Gagner. Pass for Hemsky, picked off there by Aaron Johnson. Mark Mathot. To Johnson. His pass intended for Brassard didn't work. And then a pass for Sutton was behind Alashevsky. That'll allow the Oilers to make a change, and they've got their top line out there now. Kevin Dubnik behind the net. Got Dorset barreling down on him. Gets it to Theo Peckham. He's checked by Brassard. Yeah, Brassard. Umberger. Here's a shot and a great save by Devin Dubnik. Keeps it a one-goal game.
The Oilers have once again teamed up with the Rexall family of pharmacies to create the 2011-12 This Is Oil Country Team Calendar. On sale for $5.99 at all Rexall family of pharmacy locations across Oil Country, with proceeds benefiting local charitable organizations through the Rexall Foundation, the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation, and the NHLPA Goals and Dreams Fund.
And just a reminder that coming up after the game, we'll get you connected with Ivanka Osmak and Ryan Leslie. All the highlights from tonight, along with postgame, and all the action from around the league. But right here, 6:14 to go in the third period. The Oilers with a one-goal lead. 3 goals in that third period, 2 of them by Brian Jones. From the faceoff, 1 by Belanger. Dorset. Belanger gets it to Whitney. Here's Jones. He'll backhand it out to center. Nikita. Better Tootin to Derek Brassard across the line. Brassard moving in. Will he get a shot away? No. But Umberger did. A bouncing puck in front, and there is Magnus Bjarmi to clear it away. Brassard, though, able to keep it in. Brassard between the legs, then he goes down, and Jones and Belanger start back to Bjarmi. Magnus Bjarmi. He is checked just inside the line. And Jones comes together with Brassard. They continue to have words right in front of the Oiler bench. Tom Gilbert drops it back for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins to Jordan Eberle. Eberle winds, fires the shot. Stick save by Curtis Sanford. Letestu, he gets checked by Nugent-Hopkins. McKenzie carrying on. Eric McKenzie flips it in. Dubnik directing traffic. Gilbert. Nugent-Hopkins, quick pass to Eberle. Chips it, trying to get by Klitzer. Eberle, now against Puckville. Ryan Smith, trying to get the puck to Nugent-Hopkins. He was checked by Derek McKenzie, but the Oilers get it back. This line putting on pressure. Here is Eberle. Eberle knocked down. Play continues as Jordan Eberle was taken down by James Wisniewski. Gilbert shot. Sanford again the save. The rebound cleared. And a race on. Rick Nash can't get there in time. And it's going to be icing.
Outstanding play, outstanding results brought to you by RE/MAX, the right agent for today's market. And we go to the third period, minute 21 in, and it's not Ryan Smith with the wraparound. It is Brian Jones. He's not done for the night or for the third period. Goals 7 and 8 on the season. And as a result, it's the Oilers that lead the Blue Jackets.
And that second goal, you add an assist to Magnus Bjarmi, his second of the year, and first point in his last 9 games. Still looking for that first goal, but he's got 2 assists. Peckham for Horkoff. Checked by Mathot. Antoine Vermette. With 4:12 to go here in the third period. Sean Horkoff. Alashevsky. Sam Gagner. Out in front. Oh, what a goal! As the Oilers restore their 2-goal lead. And Alashevsky's now got 3 on the year and has got his team some breathing room.
Well, Alashevsky came out in this third period through 2 big body checks to get his team going into the third period. And a terrific pass here for Horkoff with speed through the zone. Little chip pass to Hemsky. Goes to the backhand and tucks it home for a 5-3 lead. And you knew it was only a matter of time with the chances that Hemsky had in this game so far that one of them was going to convert. He loves to play against the Columbus Blue Jackets, and he gives his team back a 2-goal lead.
26 games against Columbus, 12 goals, 22 assists, 34 points. And Sean Horkoff picks up the assist along with Sam Gagner. So Sam Gagner's now got 7 helpers. 15:57 the time of the goal. The Oilers restore their 2-goal lead. 39-32. The shots on goal still favor Columbus. It was 21-7 after the first period. Jones, a slow roller, allows a line change. And the fourth line is out there now, but it includes Ryan Smith with O'Mara and Petrell. Letestu behind the net for Vinny Proximo. He is given a bump, centering pass. It got by Letestu, but kept in by Wisniewski. Now he hits Smith. Mathai has the weight, hammers the puck right back in. Proximo clears the zone, and he didn't clear it fast enough. Alashevsky has given his team back the 2-goal lead. Let's take a look now at the game story brought to you by Synovus Energy. New ideas, new approaches.
Well, a power play for both sides, getting things going to 5-on-3 for Columbus. The early one by Edmonton, too much of a good thing. As you look at the record for the Columbus Blue Jackets in the last 10 games, those 40 shots or more, they haven't won, and the Oilers break out with 3 goals in the third period in a matter of 6 minutes and 25 seconds.
2:58 to go here in the third. Sam Gagner, Sean Horkoff, Alashevsky. Up front, along with Schmid and Gilbert. Hemsky with it now. Hemsky turns, trying to center and pass. Gagner will pick it up in the corner. He'll play it to the far side. Mathot intercepts. Mark Mathot trying to get away from Alashevsky. Antoine Vermette with it now. There's this line trying to keep the Columbus Blue Jackets at bay. And now the top line is going to get back on the ice with 2:25 to go here in the third period. The Oilers trying to snap a 3-game losing streak and a 2-game losing streak at Rexall. Early between the legs for Nugent Hopkins to Ryan Smith. Ryan Smith back to Nugent Hopkins. Humberger there defensively. Oh, what a pass from Eberle. Smith. Behind the net, stripped to the puck by Smith, gets it to Eberle. He's got Sutton all the way down into the blue paint, and quickly back the other way comes Derek Dorsett. Dorsett against Theo Peckham. Takes the shot and went off. Theo Peckham knocked the stick out of his hands. Humberger. Dorsett. Back to the point, Benartines. Shot is blocked by Sutton, and then it's knocked down by Dorsett. Sutton lays it off the glass, gets it out to center. Proximo brings it right back in. Petrell gets checked by Brassard. Brassard, Letestu out in front. Sharp angle shot, sits at the side of the net. Proximo. And hit by Theo Peckham as he absolutely crushed Derek Brassard. And penalty on the way. No penalty, but the net is empty for the Columbus Blue Jackets with just over a minute to go. Letestu's pass intended for Proximo was offside. Graham Spence of Hinton entered the score and win has won the Husqvarna lawnmower courtesy of Safeway and Kraft salad dressing, and that is on the goal by Alashevsky at 15:57. That has given the Oilers a 2-goal lead. The Columbus net is empty. And now Sanford with the face-off at center ice will go back. He is at the hash marks as Horkoff takes the draw against Vermette, and Horkoff wins it. Schmid will flip it out. We're under a minute. The Oilers trying to win their 3rd game of the season when trailing after 40 minutes. Christian Uselius lost it. Jones has got it. Jones, 2 goals in the 3rd period. He's out there now because the net is empty. An opportunity to get the hat trick. Ryan Jones will do just that. Oh, let the hat fly as Ryan Jones turns the trick.
I'm kind of chuckling because you knew it was just meant to be, and a little late change by Tom Brenny. Takes off Sam Gagner, puts out Ryan Jones, knowing he's got 2 goals. Obviously a good defensive player. You know Sanford's going to be looking for the gate. And it's another terrific pass from Sean Horkoff to feed it over to Jones, a wide open net. And the guy that loves to celebrate goals, Ryan Jones, gets a hat trick, his first in the National Hockey League.
And we have got